This is Real Talk Africa with Emmanuel Kumsen. And the question that I have for you, Manny, is religion. Religion in Africa. What is your take on that? Because it seems to be a divide between religion and juju. So, what is your take on that subject?
Yeah, about religion. Religion in Africa, the voodoo. Most people don't. They try to mix it up. The voodoo, and the voodoo is a religion as well. That used to be the religion of our ancestors back then, and being Christian religion, Islamic religion. In Africa, we are religious people, hands down, way before slavery, and it used to be the voodoo religion. This was the practice of our ancestors way back before slavery. And most people say it's funny when most people say religion is a problem in Africa, but when you look at it very well, religion played a little role in Africa's problem today, but it's not religion that made it huge. Africa's problem has always been politics. Now, people don't even talk about our wonder. A lot of people give our politicians free credit, like they give them, that is also another thing to talk about later on another day. Now, when you look way back to religion, especially the Christian religion, Islam religion, there was a convert. Now, when the white man was coming to Africa, they came with the Bible, and they came with a gun and the Bible at the same time. That is how they came. But most people too say the black man was conquered by the white man. It wasn't so. It was a trade. Black man was never conquered. Now let's take Ethiopia for an example. When the white people arrived at the shore of Ethiopia, they went in gun blazing. Why do you think Ethiopia was the only African nation that wasn't colonized? Because the white people didn't go there as friends. They went in as enemies, straight away, gun blazing. So when they saw them coming, they saw enemies approaching. They didn't see friends. So they fought back. And that is why they won the war. That is why Ethiopia was never colonized. But unlike the rest of the African nation, no, they went in as traders. They went in as friends. They came in with gifts. So it was a trade between our people and the white men. It has always been politics. They first came in and they were on the natural resources. So a gift in exchange for gold or diamond. This is how it went down. They consulted with our chiefs. Our chiefs are to be blamed. The so-called kings of Africans at the time, they were the ones to be blamed because they accepted these people in. They brought them gifts. This is what we were taught in school. They brought them gifts, items like guns, drinks, alcoholic drink, because back then our ancestors never seen a bottle drink, the schnapps. This is the first drink that our ancestors really got. So when you go to Ghana, for instance, schnapps is a big deal over there traditionally because the white men brought it there. They introduced the schnapps to us and our ancestors loved it. Mirrors, they've never seen a mirror before, spoons and anything that we never had. So they bring them in exchange for natural resources, the gold, the diamond. This is how it went down. It was a trade before the white man and our ancestors. They gave them willingly. Now the part religion played, religion kept the neck of the Africans in chains. Because if you read the Bible, the Bible talk about free forgiving, slave obey your master, when someone slap you on the right, turn the left. The religion talk about forgiveness, free forgiveness, obedient. Let God fight your battle. God fighting your battle and giving it all to God, and you shouldn't pay evil for evil. So these things kept our ancestors in chains, but that didn't start the slavery right there. So religion only kept them in chains, but it didn't start the slavery. It was greed and politics that started it. before the white men, when they made this deal, first it was the human resources, and after the human resources, then came, first it was the natural resources. After the natural resources, then came the human resources. That is when human trade started. Guns for a gun was in exchange for 100 humans.
And they
100
seen
people.
how strong the Africans were.
Yep.
They seen how strong we were. And that's when they were like, well, let's start trading humans.
Yeah, to build up their town.
Yeah.
You know, they saw the strength of these people. So when the human resources started, before the white men would arrive at the shore with their ship, who assembled the black people? It was our own people. Our chiefs is already a trade. They go to the nearby villages and go get, because the white men didn't know us. You know, that is the thing. They didn't know who is a craftsman, who is talented. Our people knew. So they go in and get the best people, the strong men, the craftsmen. They gathered them all together, men and women. And before the white men will come to the shore, the coast of Africa, the people are ready. It's a trade. They bring their gift, they take the people. This is how, this is what it is. So politics and greed is everything that killed Africa, and is still existing till date. It hasn't changed one bit. So religion, to me, my take on religion, I feel like religion is just an ideology. You know, it's a belief. Religion is actually a belief. A God, let's say I'm in trouble, I believe there is a God that I can talk to, that can help me. I go to the church. If I go to the church, I willingly go give my offering to the pastor and all of that. Religion is something that today there are so many pastors that are using this thing to scam people, which is there, you know. But the real people responsible for the downfall of Africa today are our leaders, starting back from the chiefs and the kings of those days. It started with the greed. Now, even after independence, in Africa, the real people that got independent, greedy people sold them out again. And that is why Africa is still in debt till date. And it's been running. Military coup d'etat and all of that, you know, still giving everything out to the white men. I haven't seen any pastor who has been in the parliament making laws. Or so it's our own people, and it's greed. When the white men come into the country, recently in Ghana, there is this a debate that came. Ghanaians started complaining about how Chinese are destroying our land. And what did they tell Ghana? They said, look, we don't know where the gold is. When we come in, it's your people that take us and go show us where the gold land is. The same thing with slavery back in the days. That is why people have to be careful about tall guys that tall white people. They are very dangerous. Tall guys are the reason why Africa is still what it is today, because it's all about the money. And the white people come, they take them, show them everything they need to know, pocket the money in their pocket, and that is what is going on. So greed and politics is a problem. Right from after independence, what did our leaders do? They still went and sold Africa to the white people and keep taking loans, and now we have loans that we can't even pay off, you know? So there might be another slavery eventually, because the loans we got, it's something we can't even think of. So my take on religion in Africa, I feel like religion is just an idea. Even if you get rid of religion in Africa, the problem still exists because of politics. Now, politics is the problem in Africa. When they introduced democracy to Africa, it killed us. Democracy, so the white man has always been crafty. They didn't have to do the fight. They bring a crafty idea and we fight. You know, they offer us money and we take. Rebels, militia, political leaders, it is money, and then they take and then they do the deed for the white people. So this is what has been going on. Religion is just a belief. That is what I'm saying. Religion is everywhere. Chinese have Buddhist religion. China is successful. You know, religion is everywhere you go, but they are successful. You can be successful while coexisting with religion. But the main problem is greed among the leaders. Greed has spread to our people and it has grown. So this is the real problem of Africa. If we get greed and then we practice our own type of politics without a Western colonizers democracy, things are gonna be better. But if we don't take greed out of our people, religion hasn't really done anything. That is what I see. It's people, everybody have right to believe in whatever they want to believe. Even the juju of back in the day, that's why I say this used to be the religion of our people back then. There were wicked practices in it. Another reason why Africans even converted to religion due to the wickedness of the gods at the time, because in the African traditional religion, you get instant judgment. For instance, you steal, you sleep with somebody's wife, you have wicked intention of going to kill somebody. Once you get found out guilty, your punishment is death straight away. You get struck down by thunder god or anything like that. It was instant judgment back then. This is some of the reason why a lot of people even became convert to the Christian religion.
Wow.
Yep. So my take on religion hasn't done much, not a thing to Africa. Politics and greed amongst our leaders, amongst our people. This is the problem with Africa. So that's my take on it.
All right. We are signing off. Real Talk Africa. You all have a wonderful day, evening, or night.